Hi guys, welcome back. In the last session, we completed our discussion related to horizontal pod autoscaling. Now, today we are going to see how to set up web dashboard to communicate with our Kubernetes cluster. As we discussed in the initial classes, we are using EKS cluster. The control plane will be taken care by AWS cloud. We are not managing that control plane. For that control plane, we have attached two worker nodes. And here, when less number of traffic is coming, less number of pods are sufficient. But when more number of requests are coming, more number of pods are required. Increasing the pod count, decreasing the pod count, that is called scalability. Instead of we are doing that scaling manually, we can automate that scaling by using horizontal pod autoscaler. Horizontal pod autoscaler will check the metrics from the metric server and will check the threshold value which we have given. If it reaches the threshold value, then it will scale the pods, scale up the pods, and scale down the pods. And we have seen worker nodes scaling also. Here, worker nodes are already created as a auto-scaling group in the AWS cloud. If any worker node is damaged or if any worker node got unavailable, then automatically EKS cluster will create another worker node. Yesterday, I have shown you that practically I have deleted one worker node available in the cluster. Within few seconds of time, Kubernetes created another worker node, because when this cluster is created, we have given the cluster size by default, it has taken as 2. 2 are the minimum worker nodes. So that means always 2 worker nodes should be available within the cluster. Always 2 worker nodes should be available within the cluster. Good, fine. Next up, here guys, we are deploying our application in the Kubernetes cluster by using kubectl. So kubectl is one command line utility. Using that kubectl, we are executing our manifest YMLs and we are deploying our applications with the control plane. For example, I don't want to go with that kubectl. I want to go with the user interface to deploy my application. That user interface is called as web dashboard. That user interface is called as web dashboard. We can communicate with the Kubernetes control plane in 2 ways. One is by using kubectl, another one is by using user interface. Kubectl is command line utility to interact with the control plane. If you have manifest YML, if you want to deploy your application, then you can apply that YML by using kubectl command, CLI based. If you want to communicate with the Kubernetes control plane from UI, user interface, then we need to set up web dashboard in our Kubernetes cluster. So let us see how to set up that web dashboard in the cluster to deploy our applications from user interface. All right. So here I have given set of steps that we need to follow. By following these steps, we can set up our web dashboard in the Kubernetes cluster. Right. Fine. Here, first we need to download one YML file and we need to apply that YML file. Once we apply that YML file, it will create one namespace called Kubernetes dashboard namespace. In that namespace, the pods will be created. Then we can check what are the services that are available. Let me connect with my EKS client machine. Yes, I connected with my EKS client machine. Let me delete everything which is available here. kubectl delete all -all. Yeah, nothing is there. It got deleted. Let us check kubectl get a namespace. Currently, default namespace, node list, kube public, kube system namespaces are available. Let me apply this YML. This YML directly I'm getting from GitHub. Right. Apply this YML. This YML contains the configuration which is required to set up web dashboard. That is very big YML. Namespace got created, services got created, RBAC role got created, cluster role got created, role binding is created, deployment created, service created, deployment scrapper got created. So this YML contains all that information which is required to set up our web dashboard. Now execute this command, kubectl -n Kubernetes dashboard get pods -o wide. This command is used to get the pods in which worker node those pods are running. So you can see here, 2 pods got created, dashboard, metrics scrapper, and Kubernetes dashboard pods got created. Those pods are in the running status. Those pods are running in the same node. Both pods are running on the same node. Once it is done, let us see what is the service that got created. Now you can verify kubectl -n get svc. This is the namespace and I want to get the service. Kubernetes dashboard service is running. It is running as a cluster IP with external IP as none. And dashboard metrics scrapper is also running external IP none. Those are running as headless services. All right. So once it is run, now we need to edit that Kubernetes service, edit Kubernetes dashboard service and change it to node port. So currently it is running as a cluster IP with a headless. That means we can't access that outside. We need to access the dashboard outside. For that, we need to edit the service and we can change the URL to, we can change the service type to node port or we can change it to load balancer also. Now, let me go here, edit the service. Directly I'm editing. So in this editing, let us see the service manifest is available. In this service manifest, the service type is available as cluster IP. Let me edit that to node port. Or you can use a load balancer also. Anything is fine. Now I'm changing to node port. Now save this. After saving this, you can see the Kubernetes dashboard service got edited. Once it is done, now we need to check the security group of that and we need to enable that node port number. After editing that service, let's verify Kubernetes dashboard service. Now it is running as node port service. The node port number 30077 and it is running on 443. So 443 is for the external, 443 is the port number of HTTPS. For HTTP, the port number is 80. For HTTPS, the port number is 443. So check Kubernetes dashboard node port and enable that node port in the security group. Check in which node Kubernetes dashboard pod is running. In that node, we need to enable that security group. Check Kubernetes dashboard port running in which worker node. Kubernetes dashboard pod is running in this node. In that node, we need to enable our node port number. Let me go here. Go to our AWS. Log in into AWS console. Yeah, I logged in into my AWS account. You can check the node which is available here. In which node the pod is running, we are able to see that. The pod is running in 192.168.35.208. Yes, this is the worker node. Go to this worker node. Go to this worker node security group. Here, this is the security group for that. Click on edit inbound rules. Now, what is the node port number? The node port number is 30077. Let's enable that. Custom TCP 30077 and it is running outside for 443. Let me enable that HTTPS protocol. HTTPS 443. I have enabled it. After enabling the security group, now we can access Kubernetes web dashboard using below URL. HTTPS, node public IP, and node port. Right. So let me go to this node, access the public IP of that node, public IP, node port number. Go to browser. Remember HTTPS we need to use. HTTPS:/30077. So here, as it is the HTTPS, it is saying your connection is not private. Click on advanced. Click on advanced, and we need to proceed for that. In the Chrome, it is not allowing me to access this. Let me go to Edge browser. Let me try to hit this in the Edge browser. Yep. Attackers might be trying to steal your information. For example, password, Mesa credit cards, user encryption protection required, refresh. Should have proceed option, guys. Guys, can you check it? Is it working in your system? That URL. We should get proceed to that site. Whenever you open this, so it should give the option proceed to that site. So it's saying that there is an issue, but still we should be able to proceed to that. Not working. So once we access this URL, it will give you option to proceed further. When we click on that, it will ask for a token to connect with the Kubernetes web dashboard. So earlier in the Microsoft Edge browser, it worked, but now it is not working there also. Let me try changing the service type to load balancer, and let's check this. Instead of node port, let me change it to load balancer, and let me try. Edit the service type. Yeah. So instead of node port, I'm trying to go with load balancer now. Yeah. Service got changed. So once it is changed, let me get that service information. Yeah. I have created that Kubernetes dashboard service as a load balancer. Let me verify, will it work with the load balancer or not? So this is our load balancer URL. By using this load balancer URL, I will try to access my web dashboard. Still, I think load balancer is getting created. Go to the EC2 dashboard. Here you can see one load balancer got created. In the Mozilla, it is working. Okay, good. It is working in Mozilla Firefox browser, guys. Or else we need to disable security settings in our browser, then it will open that. If I'm disabling my security setting, so if I disable my security setting, then we will see. No, even with the load balancer, I'm getting this issue. Guys, where you got disable that security setting, I'm not able to do that. I need to download Firefox browser then. Download Firefox. So once you access that, it will ask for a token. So once we enter the token, then that dashboard will connect to our cluster. Yeah, I'm installing Firefox browser. Yeah, Firefox browser got installed. Let me hit my URL. This is my load balancer URL. I changed its service type to load balancer, and I'm trying to access that. Let me change back to cluster notebook. Type I'm using as notebook. Yeah, I change it to notebook. Go to Firefox. Type this URL. Yeah. Security risk is head. It is saying that advanced. It is having invalid certificate. Yeah, guys, see here. When I'm accessing that with the node port, it is saying that there is a security risk because it is using HTTPS, but in that server, SSL certificate is not available. That's why in the Chrome browser, it is not allowing me to access. But when I try that in the Firefox, it is saying that accept the risk and continue, even though it is not having HTTPS. I'm okay for that. Let's proceed. Accept. Now here, when I execute this, it is asking a token. Every service account has a secret with valid bearer token that can be used to log in into the dashboard. To find out more about how to configure and use bearer tokens, please refer the authentication section in the Kubernetes. Now I'm able to access Kubernetes dashboard, but it is asking me a token. So how to get the token? So in order to get the token, here we need to work with the RBAC. RBAC stands for role-based access in the Kubernetes, guys. So we need to create the RBAC. RBAC is nothing but role-based access in the Kubernetes. We need to create one user in the Kubernetes cluster. For that user, I want to provide Kubernetes web dashboard access. So to create the user in the Kubernetes, this is the manifest file that we need to create. Create user.yml. Kind is a service account. Name I am giving as admin user. And this user should be created under the namespace Kubernetes dashboard. Already we have executed the Kubernetes dashboard manifest YMLs. Those YMLs are created under Kubernetes dashboard. Now I want to create one user account in the same namespace. So I'm doing RBAC, role-based access. I want to create one user account. For that user account, I want to provide the access for the dashboard. So let me execute this, create user.yml. So in this create user.yml, I will write this manifest. It is used to create user account. So with this user account, I will get the token. Now create user.yml. Let me apply this YML. User got created. Perfect. The next one, I need to create the role and I need to bind that role to the user. So what is the role that I am going to create? Cluster role binding. I'm going to create the role as a cluster role. At cluster role, I want to give the name as cluster admin. Okay, so admin user is created. For that, I need to create one cluster admin role and I need to attach that role to that user which we have created. So let us go to cluster role binding.yml. Create this manifest YML. In this YML, we need to keep this. It is used to create the role and attach the role to the admin user that we have created. Role name is cluster admin and the user name is admin user. So for that admin user, I'm attaching the cluster admin role so that he can access our dashboard. Once it is done, now let us execute this and apply this. Perfect. So here I have created two manifest YMLs. One is create user and I have applied that. With this, my admin user account got created. Then I have created one more YML, cluster role binding YML. That YML file contains the role creation and role mapping information. I have applied that YML also. After this, once we have done that process, once the user is created and role is created, we can get the token for that admin user. Right, admin user is the username. kubectl-n Kubernetes dashboard create token for the admin user. So I want to get the bearer token. Execute this. You must specify token admin user. Must specify one of -f and -k. kubectl-n Kubernetes dashboard create token admin user. Unknown command token admin user. kubectl create -n dashboard. kubectl-n Kubernetes dashboard create token admin user. Correct, na? Let me check it. What is the issue? kubectl get service, get pods, get service. So my service name is Kubernetes dashboard, get secret. No, service account. Yes, earlier this command worked for me, but now it's not working. Get the Barrett token, create admin token. Service account already available for that. Admin user, get the Barrett token of user in the Kubernetes. Get Barrett token of user in EKS cluster. Get token. Kubernetes dashboard. Yeah, same command they are giving. So in order to create the service account in the Kubernetes, so this is the service account we created with admin user, and we have mapped role binding same YML, get the bearer token, Kubernetes dashboard, create token admin user. It should print a token like this. Now let me execute this command. No, I think maybe in the latest version it got changed. So this is the official GitHub of Kubernetes, guys, Kubernetes dashboard related. So once I did so this, it is saying that you need to create one admin user account. We created, then we created a cluster role binding for that. Then we need to get the bearer token. So when I execute this command, it should give me a token like this. If I enter that token in this here, then we should be able to log in into Kubernetes web dashboard like this. So here we can deploy our applications with the user interface. Okay. Maybe in the latest version, they might have changed that command. Let me do another thing. Cat kubeconfig. Yeah. Let me try with kubeconfig file. Save this, the desktop, kubeconfig. Kubeconfig file, it is not accepting. So guys, I will check this. What is the command that they have updated for this? So in the official documentation also still that command is not updated. So it is supposed to be available like this. Now we need to find the token. Once our user account service accounts got created, then when we execute this kubectl-n Kubernetes dashboard create admin user, it will print a token like this. So once you get the token, there you will select the token and you will enter the token. Once you enter the token, you will see the dashboard like this. So in this dashboard, the user interface is available. Here, whatever you want to create. Suppose if you want to create a deployment, you can click on the deployment. You can enter your manifest YML directly. So earlier we used to work with the kubectl, the command that is used to deploy our application. Now you no need to execute that command. You can directly deploy from Kubernetes dashboard. So we are able to access the screen, but we are not able to get the token. To get the token, they are using this command. So with this command, they are getting the token, but for us, we are not getting that. If we get the token, then we can log in into that. kubectl create admin user token. Must specify one of -f and -k. Unknown command token admin user. kubectl create -h for help and examples. kubectl create -h. So same command earlier, it worked for me. I guess it's not working. I need to check this. I will do some analysis on this, why it is not working. Somebody gave some link, GitHub link. Let me open. Maybe in the latest version, they might have disabled this functionality. So we need to see alternate approach to get the token. Kubernetes dashboard token in 1.24. Because this command is not giving that out. It's printing a lot of information. No, what is this? No, it's not valid token. Guys, I will check this issue. It's not working. So I need to fix this issue and I will get back that in the tomorrow session, how we can get the token. Okay, meanwhile, so as today class, we are not able to complete. I want to give one video so that people will go through that video to understand what is ingress controller. Our next topic is ingress controller. I will share the video of ingress controller. Please go through that ingress controller before coming to tomorrow's session. Tomorrow we'll try to set up the dashboard and we'll try to fix that issue. Okay. Good guys. Thank you. With this, I'm stopping. We'll continue tomorrow. Yeah, I will check what is the new change that happened in the new version of the Kubernetes related to token. I will check that issue. If anybody found the solution, please ping in the group so that we can use that solution. You can try setting up the dashboard. And if anybody find any solution, please update in the group so that we can use that. Yeah, sure guys. Yesterday video not uploaded. Huh? I will upload that video and I will upload the steps now. Yeah, steps, I think already uploaded the steps. In the notes, already I have given the steps for web dashboard. Yesterday itself, I have uploaded the steps. In the notes, it is available. In the notes, it is already available. Yes. Okay, thank you guys.